a little late, but I'm heading out right now. Then we're gonna go check out a house. It's gonna be an investment property with my real estate agent, Edgar. We have a really busy day. I kind of thought I'd capture a majority of it, so I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Alrighty guys, so I just finished my meeting with one of our members within TechBud Solutions, and it was just so cool to be able to, like, you know, meet up with him, kind of him telling me a little bit more about himself and what his aspirations were, what he was working on, a little bit more about his business. And it's just great to see that, like, you know, I've created this like kind of platform where just a bunch of like motivated entrepreneurs just join and share ideas, and it's so cool. Like there's one thing in being able to see that number and that like username and profile picture, but then actually meeting you guys, like, you know, real people with, like, you know, real goals and real businesses. That's one of the coolest things. So shout out to you, Charles. Thank you again for meeting up. We're going right now to meet up with Edgar to check out a rental property in the Mesa area, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm running a little bit late for that, but I think we're in the Z06, so don't think that should be too much of an issue. Thank you guys again. So we're here checking out one of the properties that Edgar sent me. It's a 4-bedroom, right? What is this called? Like a fourplex. A fourplex. Looks pretty clean. I don't know, I mean, this is my first time actually like filming and checking one of these properties out, and these people might actually think it's a little weird, so I'm gonna try to get more like shots of the actual house and talk a little bit more about it later. So hope you guys enjoy. All right guys, so we're done checking it out. Again, we have Edgar. Dude, your veins, like, look at the forearms, bro.
Dude, I'm trying to get like you.
Look at the forearms,
trying to work out like you.
So the property ended up, you know, it looks good. It's not something usually that, like, it's completely different, right, based on the other properties that I have. But I think it's a good change. Based on what I understand, like, the risk would be worth it for, you know, the amount that I'm gonna have to put down, my monthly cost, and then what we could rent it out for the 4 rooms that it actually has. Or what is it called? The 4 like units that it actually has, right? That's more like it. Yeah, so it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna reach out to my lenders. Primary Residential, since they said I didn't give a shout out. Chris was like, what the heck, you give Edgar a shout out? Because
that's funny. What's up, Chris? What's up, Mike? Thank you for the last deal, by the way.
So I'm gonna put Edgar's information down below if you guys want to reach out to me, if you guys are in the Arizona area, Phoenix area, right?
Valley-wide, baby.
Valley-wide. So give us a little bit more information about your company. Can you?
You know what? If you're looking for a great deal on your next home, just give me a call. Or even passive income like Ricky. Definitely. So I'm gonna go put his information down below. I have to get on, jump on a call with my lenders and see if we can make an offer by the end of the day. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Thank you again to Edgar for coming out. His information will be down below, as well as Primary Residential. If you guys want to reach out to them, feel free to do so. And they're always, you know, great company to work for. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys again for coming along, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll probably make a little bit more of a breakdown on the specs of this house and why I'm thinking that it's worth it. But it's just I'm in front of people kind of just staring at us out here, so I feel kind of awkward. So thank you guys again. What's going on, triggers? So I wanted to explain why I'm labeling this as a good investment. I feel like I understand what it is that I'm getting myself into. I planned out kind of how it makes sense to me, and I kind of wanted to just share it with you guys on how I'm making sense of this investment. If you guys want to give me some suggestions or some feedback, feel free to do so down in the comments. But again, this is going to be my first fourplex that I'm going to be purchasing. I usually just buy residential properties and convert those into investment properties. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed. This isn't the actual value of the actual home, but I just thought I'd give you guys a pretty picture of how it, you know, works out. So it is a 4-unit property. Let's say I take out a $100,000 loan again. So the pretty picture. So if I take out a $100,000 loan on the property and put 20% down, that means I'm investing. My initial investment is $20,000. Understanding that my mortgage is going to be $536.85. Now, when it comes down to my gross income per month for those 4 units, it's going to be $1,155 based on this $100,000 valuation and the 4 units. Understanding that my net income based on my expenses is going to be $618.17, meaning that my net income per year will be $7,418 with 4 cents. Twice, or for a total of 2 years, it's $14,836.08, meaning that with my initial investment of $20,000 or 20% of my initial purchase price, I will have nearly made my initial
investment of $20,000 back in almost just 2 years. That's not, taking into consideration the amount that I've paid towards principal, but that's just, what I'm getting in back into my bank, right, when it comes down to my net revenue that I gathered within the next that I gathered for the next 24 months. Understanding that that is a gross return of 13.86% and a net return per year of almost 7.5%, meaning that based on my initial investment of $20,000, within 1 year, I will see 7.5% based on the $20,000 that I invested, and then about almost 15 to 16% when it comes down to the 2-year mark. Not taking into consideration on what I'm paying towards the principal, but just the overall net revenue that I'm actually making after paying the mortgage, including interest and stuff like that. So just wanted to explain this all to you guys. I feel like when it comes down to my net return and my initial investment, it makes sense to me, and I can label this in a sense as a good buy. Also, we're looking at the comps for previous listings, and I'm making an offer that's a little bit less than the rest of what those kind of fourplexes have previously sold as well. And then we looked a little bit further back on what they were selling at in 2008, 2009, and we still have a good margin if the market continues to rise for me to make up. Understanding that, again, the house isn't actually just worth $100,000, and I'm not actually just putting $20,000, or am I just making 1,100, but it's a direct correlation of the actual percentages of what I'm making towards my down payment and what the actual purchase price is. Taking that into consideration, I feel like the amount that I'm investing and the amount that I'm going to return net per year, and then per in the next 2 years, is going to be worth it. It doesn't take, in a sense, a lot of effort to manage these properties after I get the leases and get them leased outright for the year to 2 years. And that's really just it. I feel like the time would be worth it. I just wanted to share it with you guys. Kind of wanted to get some feedback and kind of what you guys thought based on your own experience. Or if you guys have any questions for me or some suggestions as well, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. And that's really just it. So thank you guys again. I still need to follow up with my lending agent, but I'm going back and forth and messaging them via text. So I'm pretty excited. We plan to make an offer by the end of today, but not exactly sure. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens if I get it or if I don't, and we'll kind of go from there. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, guys.